council run will happen. We are supposed to be in Kololo as a group. The same way we are going to launch, the same way we shall be in Kololo. On the 28th of August, a day before our charter, you know, our charter on the 29th of August, but we've agreed that the charter celebrations are held on a Friday in this very room between 3 and 5 o'clock, up to 5 o'clock. We shall be reviewing how far we have come from the day that we were chartered. So we shall have a video that day for everyone to appreciate how far we've come, the contribution that individuals or groups of people have made. We shall have an induction on that day of 12 people. Now we shall be adding to our membership another 12 people who are convinced to be Rotarians. So we are growing in terms of membership. And on that very day, we shall have the district governor has agreed to join us, and he will be the chief guest on that day. On the same day, we shall launch our strategic plan for the next 3 years. So in the 3 hours, we look forward to a very eventful day. So please join us. You need to come in early, have the lunch, and use the next 3 hours to do all the things that we have agreed to do. There will be lots to eat, less to drink on the day because it's during working hours, but you'll enjoy it. Okay, so
pandemic like COVID breaks out, that means you're going to get additional responsibilities in creating emergencies coming through. However, in all situations, you still have to keep calm and focus on the objective, that is delivery. So with that introduction, please allow me to welcome the panelists to come and introduce themselves and tell us who they are. I think I will start with myself since I'm right here. I am Joe Brian Nasilio. I am a prospective Rotarian. Thank you.
My name is Maria Scott. I'm also part of the logistics function at NMS, and I'm glad to see okay. Mics are not functioning well. Good afternoon, everyone. William Tomakech is my name. Good afternoon, once again. William Tomakech is my name. I am a transport and logistics officer here. In what I hear, I serve as the sergeant at arms. I am going to be the first presenter here. I'm going to be the first presenter here. We as the transport team, see in NMS here, we have this information is for our visitors. In NMS here we have sections. We have several sections. So today here, we have transport and logistics section. So what we do, the element of motif, as you heard earlier, motif means
That's my team.
motif means on time and in full. Here at NMS here, we cherish delivering services on time and in full. So the critical success factors logistics here at NMS. The first one, of course, is human capital. We have a group of people that we use in our section. First and foremost on them is they are drivers. We have drivers who drive the trucks. Then with the drivers, there's a group of people called delivery trucks. These are people who move with drivers on those trucks to help with the verification process. Of course, next day we have equipment, fleet and equipment resource. We cannot deliver, of course, without trucks. And equipment, there we have trucks that we use to deliver. Then next day we have resilience system and procedures. Of course, produce the documents for delivering. There are documents that are required that we produce that accompany the supplies. Of course, we plan. You cannot do an activity without planning. You must plan for the resource, and the resource we have for DM, for the people who are going to deliver the other side. The next one there is execution. Execution is now the doing. The plan, then the do. The doing, I mean, loading stock from here, then you deliver. The next one there we have compliance, monitoring, and evaluation. service-based reporting. Here, we mean when we deliver, when we're about, say for example, we're about to go and deliver, we have to inform our stakeholders. We send them messages. These messages, they get them in the form of SMS. After we have sent the messages, as we go to deliver, they will be expecting us. Then, as we reach there, after delivery, of course, we have to send back feedback in terms of photos. Nowadays, there's WhatsApp. We use WhatsApp, we use email, and so on. Lastly, there we have reflection on previous activities and planning. Say, for example, we operate in cycles. We have 6 cycles in the financial year. If this cycle we have been late, say for example the schedule, we go back and look at it and find out the reasons that's why we were late, then we rectify and we move. That's the last part there. Thank you very much for now. My colleague will take it up from there and give you other parts.
Yes, my presentation speaks to the mission of NMS. The mission of NMS is effective and efficient in supplying essential medicines and medical supplies to health facilities in Uganda. So, our customers are there, the districts. We have 146 districts, and the population of Uganda is 52.8 million. That is, if we have not been adding. Then the hospitals, NMS divided the hospitals. NMS divided the hospitals in these categories. We have national referrals for our visitors. The national referrals include Morabo, Kawempe, Morabo Specialized, Mutarika. UPDF is the latest national referral. Then national institutes include Cancer Institute and UHI, that is Uganda Heart Institute. Regional referrals, as William already talked about it, the whole country is divided into 4 zones. So we have zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3, and zone 4. So each zone has its regional referrals. I will not go into details, but all the regional referrals in the country are 18, all the 4 zones combined. Then general hospitals, we have 53. Lower health facilities, that's center 3s, 2s, and the 4s, 3,206. Then this summarizes our fleet as national medical stores. CCR, those are regional vehicles for our colleagues who work in those regional offices. They attend. VLMD, those are vaccines. VLMD in full, it's vaccines, last mile delivery. So they are the Land Cruisers that have fridges. Then security, we have our bike for Mr. Tai. It's 1. Projects, we also have 1 vehicle. Operations, there are these vehicles that keep transporting letters, people around town here. There are 5. HR4, ambulance, these are trucks that don't have cold chain, that cannot transport cold chain items. There are 3. Then cold chain, there are 40. These are trucks, not the VLMD and cruisers. Then oxygen and LPG, there are 12. In total, we have 104 vehicles. That's for now.
Thank you. Just again, all departments, but specifically for the transport section, that tool is used for planning of the stock that is going to be taken out. That means when we get orders from client services, the order numbers that are sent by client services are planned in form of routes or trips. So a trip is like an itinerary showing you where the route will be taken. So NMS Plus. Then the other function of that tool is to print documents. It is used for printing documents, for example, delivery notes, shipping manifests, and all the other documents that we use during delivery. So, and I will show you here, but I'm not able to access it if I'm not using a corporation computer. Then the second tool is the NMS 360. NMS 360 is also an online tool accessible through the internet for those who have usernames and passwords. So that tool is used, one is to create, to plan for to account for the resources for those who are doing deliveries. One, if a truck has been allocated a consignment, the details of the driver, truck number, driver's phone number, and the destinations are put in 360. After that, when the delivery clerk is attached to that truck, all the delivery clerk is attached there to that, it's called a trip ID, a unique ID that identifies that consignment and all the destinations. So, and in that tool, it also accounts for the facilitation during the transportation of the supplies. Accounts for the fuel, calculates the liters to be taken by the driver, a DM for the driver and the delivery clerk, then the parking fees, offloading fee, and loading fees, depending if they have a fast logistics. That's the MS 360. Then as the clerk goes, he's supposed to scan the documents after delivery. He's supposed to scan the documents and upload them to the system so that they can be accessed by anyone in the future. So that 360 also enables the clerk to do that, because if a clerk or a driver is not attached to that trip, will not be able to scan documents for that particular facility, for that trip. Then the third tool is the delivery monitoring tool, which is the DMT. That one is used for communication with all our stakeholders. In case a truck has gotten all the documentation and exiting, the message is sent to all our stakeholders. That is to all the area MPs in that district, all the ministers of health, and the state house health monitoring unit, and other staff who apply to receive those messages. Some are messages, and others receive emails. So in case, so that there is visibility, and there is no one says that they didn't know that we were coming. So that acts as a security tool, and it can also be accessed at any time. Then the fourth tool is the fleet monitoring and management system. That is used to have real-time information about that particular truck. It can know how many liters are in the truck, where the truck is located at that particular time, the distance at which it's traveling. It can also be used to geofence, so that the truck doesn't go to Congo. In case the person goes to Congo, notification is sent, and the transport and logistics assistant will decide whether to stop the truck remotely or call the driver and ask them what has happened. It's also used to, I think, basically that for monitoring. Maybe, yes. I'm going to give you a glimpse of some of these systems. This is NMS 360. I can choose one of the trips that has been completed and is driver and the vehicle type. And when I scroll down, I got to see the phone number of the driver and the classes on his driving permit. I think there's no plug attached here. This must be one item. This must be reverse logistics. Then these are destinations where the person is going. So that means on coming back, the driver can only attach documents for this destination. He can't attach anything outside this. Because it is a transport officer. Then these are the maps which are used to calculate the distance and the fuel required, and also used to calculate the per diem. So the maps are attached, where it's starting from Entebbe and all those districts, and the maps which are got from some of the applications. Then here the per diem, the parking, and all that. I think that's for 360. Then there's the DMT, the delivery monitoring tool, which is used to, you can know what has been delivered and who has delivered, who has received the supplies in real time. I think the internet is slow. Let me go to the vehicle monitoring. So this DMT has come. Now, for example, here, the sales facility in Kwanya district received medicines, that is 19 at 4:35, and the recipient is there, their names, and their titles, designation. The phone numbers will be shared here. Then this is the one for fleet monitoring and management. So you can So this one is, gives you all where all our vehicles are located. So you want to get the details of the vehicles, you click on it and know the speed and whether it is parked, what is moving, and what other actions that you'd like. Thank you very much. Maybe what you know, we're a team here. I can interject at a time. What just to show you here, after we have delivered, the drivers and the delivery trucks upload the PODs on this system.
services will encode those orders and send them to transport. And then the transport team will create a trip, consolidate all those hundreds of orders into one trip. So that one trip will be sent to the warehouse team for order processing. So after order processing is done, the warehouse team hands over physical cartons with stickers or shipping labels to the transport team. The transport team does an activity called consolidation. Consolidation is just putting together what belongs together for one facility at a time. That means I'm putting together all that belongs to Mulago in one park or in one central location. And then when consolidation is done, the stock is ready to be shipped out. But before that happens, we do have a maintenance team that checks our vehicles to make sure that they're in good fit to hit the field. So a maintenance check, pre-trip, that means before the vehicle does any activity, it's checked when it's empty. So when maintenance passes the vehicle, we do have an officer in charge of resource deployment. We will deploy that vehicle. That's usually some for the vehicles, and then we here for the clerks. So there are two resources to that. So they will attach a clerk and a vehicle, and then we start a process called journey planning. When you know which driver and which clerk are going to what destination, we'll go through the activity just in a ready to customer 360, and then by the end of the day you have a gate pass. So when your gate pass is ready, you proceed and pick your invoices, because all consignments must be delivered with a proof of delivery. That's the PODs there. And then we have the loading and the dispatch. And then as you're exiting, we do monitor our fleets as they exit MMS until they return. So when you reach the field, we do a lot of activities, but majorly it's delivery. That is the physical handover of stock from the MMS representatives, who are collecting the drivers, to the health facilities, and then real-time reporting. Then when the team comes back to MMS, we do have a post-trip check by maintenance to pass the vehicle, and then the cycle is repeated. So to the interest of time, allow me welcome William to quickly run us through how our operations link with Rotary for a very short period of time, and then we can wrap it up.
Thank you. You see, in any of us here, all of us are Rotarians. As you will be seeing here, not that you have taken long to the test line, some of you, but all of us are supposed to be having Rotary numbers from here, given what we do. I will run you through this quick. The forward is just to relate with what we do here. Our operation our operation the Rotary Way. Rotary Way is before we test it. Number one, truth. Is this the truth? There down there you say efficient route planning. Of course, you cannot plan to go to Mbali when you're going to Mbali. It must be the truth. If you don't do it that way, you will fall. That's what this one means. Efficient route planning and fleet monitoring. Of course, as Joel mentioned earlier, we monitor our fleet. If you are going to Arua, you shouldn't be seen in Congo. If you are seen in Congo, we can either put off the truck, call it to come back, and so on and so forth. That's how I can get there. Is it fair? Our operations must be fair. Why do we say it must be fair? We have people, for example, people dying in Mulago. We must be on time to deliver medicine to look fair to our patients. Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Flawless proof of delivery, documents and invoices are unobjectively neutral. They remove power imbalance, protect vulnerable parties, and ensure that no one in the transaction chain is cheated. Of course, when we deliver, we must leave you with the document. That document has got your accounts and balances and so on and so forth. You read through and look. If you have any kind of query, of course, we have client services that is there ready to help you. Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Of course, we adore timely delivery. We must deliver on time so that whatever we deliver benefits our patients on time. Thank you very much. Those are the four. Then, as we continue here, since I am here, outside NMS, of course, we do other things. We do other things outside NMS. I personally, my hobbies are reading. I like reading and listening to music. In particular, back to 60, though I look young. That's my music. Other activities out of here. I'm a teacher of language. Sometimes I go to class and stand in front of people like this. English in particular. I am also a member of some network in youth called Oceans Network. It's a network of students who have studied in European universities for one semester and above. It is the model of the Oceans Network is like Rotary. Well, that the Oceans Network, we don't pay anything. We don't pay dues. It is solely sponsored by the European Union. You have just to be there as a member, identify a project in your country, write around it, present it, and they sponsor it for you. That is the Oceans Network in Europe. Thank you very much.
Justin, besides work, there's some things I pretend to do. I do aerobics, and I'm also an agricultural middleman in particular.
Thank you, Justin. I'm Joel, and outside NMS, I do voice and playing a lot of basketball. I also travel, but I am also a scholar. Thank you.
Yes, outside NMS, first of all, I am a footballer myself. I just added besides. Then I like watching soccer, Arsenal games in particular. And I am a farmer of cows, goats. Then I also have enjoyment in Uganda. They translate it as kulia kunywa. I like soft life. So as I conclude my thing, logistics ultimately is about making things happen. Behind every successful delivery, there's a logistician making decisions, coordinating moving parts, and solving problems. So that's all from me, and thank you so much.
Now, the last bit. We have talked a lot of things here. Now we're going to show you photos of the good things, the problems we have in the field there, and so on and so forth. Some of them are good to see, some of them are not good to see. The first picture there, those are our trucks. Those are some of them. We have 100 plus trucks here. Those are some of them. Those are actually called chain trucks that we use to deliver vaccines. There, these are boxes in stores, the stickers that machine that gentleman is holding is called the scanner. It scans, then will produce a report out of it. Say, for example, if Mbarara is supposed to have 100 boxes, Mbarara Hospital, there should be 100 at the end of the day. That report comes from that small machine that gentleman is holding. The sticker is there, a big one. It has the address of the facility name, of course. It has the facility level. It has the district name, and it has a zone. All that information you see this site delivered to is embedded in that code down there, that barcode. The picture this side shows the action of loading. After the other activity of scanning has happened, then we load using that machine called the forklift. The picture this side, those are some of the racks, because we have around 7 of them. They have delivered to our temporary stores. The other side, something called a cross-dock container that we have across all these districts. The photo on this side shows the truck that has parked at the cross-dock container, ready to offload. The next picture there is the verification process. When we deliver, of course, our recipients must see what you have delivered to them. They must tally the invoice with the physical stock. So that's the process. The other side is the military barracks. This other side is at the health center. Yeah, I said some of them are bad. So as we deliver, those are some of the challenges we get. The roads are bad, some roads are impassable, but nevertheless, we must reach where we are going. We also do on water, as you see the other side. Some of you who are water phobia, I don't think you can manage the other one. So this other side, we have, you are seeing Grand Logistics, we have a group of people that we contracted to deliver medicines from the district cross-dock container to the health centers. Of course, we use several means of delivering medicine. Some places we use on the borders because we must reach. In some places, as extreme the other side, we use even the head. People carry for as far as 3 kilometers walking with boxes on the head. We must deliver to the last user. That still shows the conditions through which we go to deliver this medicine. I'm very sure some of our staffs here, I'm seeing Bridget, is very surprised. This is what we go through as transport. So when we are here clamoring for, I saw the finance person here, when we're clamoring for more budget, please give us. So that's when you embrace notary service, continues to make sense in the forward test. Everything we do here, in brief, everything we do here properly fits in notary with all the forward test. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the presentation. Members, join me to give them a round of applause. I will not add to it. First, I have a conflict of interest. I'm part of that team that tries to do difficult things every day, but they never tire. So we thought it was important for other groups of people to understand the people behind every moving truck. Every time you see a truck, you must know it has been touched by one or a combination of people. So thank you so much. I will ask past president. Do you have questions? Are there questions? Do we have questions for these gentlemen? Please don't go with your questions. If you have a question, please raise it. If you don't have a question, I'm going sure they have delivered very well. That's why there are no questions. Vice President Robert.
Thank you, President Norbert, for this opportunity. First of all, I want to apologize. I was late in the meeting, that's why I entered almost halfway. But I want to, on behalf of all the Rotarians and the visitors in here, I want to move a vote of appreciation to the team. And because they have showed us what they do and how they do it. And for people who are basically maybe the visitors here, the Rotarian visitors here, this is another opportunity to benchmark. Because this process that the panel has talked about is a process that has stood the test of time. It's a process that was questioned at one time, I think, by the Health Committee of Parliament. And I think they came to the boardroom and they were showed vehicles moving in real time, going to the river. I remember that time, that was Dr. Tex that chaired that committee, and he was comparing NMS with the Rector Commission. He said the Rector Commission cannot deliver and show how they deliver. And for them now, they were seeing a vehicle, and as you have heard, these guys have the capacity to switch off the engine. If they see you are veering off the road that has been given to you, somebody stands here in Kampala and switches off the engine and asks you to first explain. So we want to thank you so much. We know that you have put a lot of work in having this in a diagrammatical presentation, very nice, eye-catching slides. Thank you very much for the work. Of course, as NMS, we appreciate you. We know the work and the role you are playing in logistics and how you are supporting the whole mandate of National Medical Stores. I also want to thank President Norbert, apart from being the person in the seat, for putting up a team, and this is one of the ways in which you can mentor. These guys are being mentored. So even when they go outside, and how they do it. And I could see a lot of professionalism in whatever you displayed. Thank you very much. And we pray that you continue doing well. Thank you.
I would like to thank each one of you for sparing time, for choosing Medical Stars this afternoon. Thank you for sparing time to be here. Thank you for listening in. I would like to thank my team for delivering that classification defense. I hope there's a clear vision of what we do, how we do it, and why we actually do it. And for the wonderful fellowship that we had, I would like to call PE. PE, there is a communication. Does that PE have a communication? Please come through. Before I request